Hello, this is Amanda Bilchinski from the Professional Development Committee, and this time I'm going to show you how to grade in Turnitin.com for the assignments that are created. So just a reminder, you create them through the assessments going into Turnitin. Now, the big thing about it is that there's two places you can actually grade these when they turn them in. You can go down to your course tools and click the Turnitin assignments, which it'll show the assignments, the information, and then any students who have turned them in. Or you can do it through the gradebook. So I've turned one in as a sample student, so I'm going to show you how this can work. Now, there's two links here. This is the one through the Grade Center. So as you can see, you can click it through the Grade Center. When you click it, click the user paper. So now what you're going to see is the paper that I submitted for the survey assignment. Now, over here you have commonly used comments. So if you look, I'm rolling over them, and you look down here, it shows some of the stuff they have. Now, if you click the left, it'll show originality, so it shows plagiarism, because notice it says 37%. But if you look at it, these are all common things, so this is not plagiarism. That was actually something they were required to do. So now I'm going to do grade markings. So what you do for grade markings is that you can either highlight by dragging, or you can simply click and drag. So I'm going to actually put comments, so like it's right here. So I'm going to take this comment, I click it and I drag it over, and I'm going to put it right here. So in this, I'm going to start off with a nice comment. You know, this is a great bracket to use in a survey. You have good options for students to choose from. Now I'm going to put in my actual comment though. However, if this is just to survey Edison State Community College students, the brackets won't get much detail to connect to the questions, because we have most of them would click those first two. So if there is something you want them to look at, so say you go and you say, okay, demographic of Edison Community College. Say you go into there and you go, okay, Edison, about us, consumer information. And you look at it and you say student diversity. Wow, there it is right there. All the stuff about our school. So what you can do is you can say, oh, look at this. I want them to look at this. So you highlight or just take the link and say, to learn more about the diversity of Edison students, view, and put the document there. When you click save, it'll automatically turn that into a link, and it will automatically stay there. So when they roll over it, it'll show it. Now, say that you actually found plagiarism. You can take one of these and you can drag this across and say plagiarism. And when it automatically goes, it'll have all the information. Or if you have a vague, this way it lists everything. Now, you can do quite a few things with this as well. So say that you want to, oops, how about we put awkward? It'll already have it in there. Now, if one thing you want to do is to give them more details on the side, this is just the QM, so this is just the comments. Now, say that this one right here is one that you really like to say, wow, you know, I'll probably have to say this quite a bit, which I probably will. You can click Save as New Quick Mark and say Survey Demographics and save. So now it's over here. So anytime I want to use this again, I just click and drag, and it'll have all the information there. Now in the next box, you have comments. So if you want to leave a written comment, all right, say you want to say that to them and tell them any kind of comments, you did a great job, blah, blah, blah. You can do that right here. Click save, and it'll automatically save. Now, if you prefer more explanation, something that might take a little bit longer, one thing you can do is you can do a voice comment. So all you have to do, and this is actually one I like, is you can record up to 3 minutes. So you hit the record button, which will open a thing to say, can Turnitin use your stuff. So just click allow, and remember, so he doesn't have to do it anymore, and close. And now it's recording, so you can say, hi students, how are you? This is a really great job. I totally would fail your survey. Stop. So check it out. So say you like it. You can click here and upload it. If you don't like it, you just click the discard and it'll get rid of it. So I'm going to click upload. So now when students access this, this is one thing that they will actually hear. So over here you also have another thing. If you used any kind of a rubric, let me just throw in a rubric so I can show you what it looks like. Let's go with, actually, nope, let's stick with the other one. All right. Say that this is the one I want. So it's not attached to the assignment. I just scroll through to find it. So I want to attach this to the assignment. Now this is something good to do beforehand, but it's if you forgot, you can put it there. So now here is my rubric. So you can click and say, okay, this was great, this was great, this was great, this was great. Oh, that was okay. Now what it is it adds this all together. So you got to go through the whole thing. So their percentage was an 89.8. Attach rubric percentage to grade. When you did that, notice it automatically puts it up here. That means it's automatically in the gradebook. They see it, everything. So now, when they go to view it, they will see all of this in their assignment. So this just makes it easier. You don't have to download anything. You can type everything right here, and they will be able to view all of this stuff on their own. So there's nothing to hand back, no extra paper to waste. So this will make it very handy for you in order to grade assignments, save paper for a huge paper saving fund, and make it easy to record new comments and everything without having to go through a massive detail. Now, just to give you an idea of how this works. So I've already graded that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what that looks like to the student. So I'm going to go into student mode. Go into, oops, I need the other one. So let's go and just modify. If you have more too, this is where it would show all the papers, so you can just move on. You don't have to exit out of this. All right, so I'm going to go to the home page. I'm going to switch into student mode. Grades. So here it shows I have 2 grades. So see, it shows it already in there. So for the student, they just click on it, click on their paper. So first it'll just show them their paper. So notice it's got no markings whatsoever. They click on the grades. There's all of my comments already sticking out. There's my voice. And right here's the rubric. So it can show them exactly how well they did. So this will make it a lot easier for you, for them, and this way it is locked in, so you don't have to worry about losing papers. So that is a basic overview of how to grade in Turnitin.com. If you have any questions, feel free to contact the Professional Development Committee or our IT trainer over in Blackboard.